yo me vuelvo loco y empiezo a escupir hardcore. Ataco los compases y escribo sin frenesí. Soy culpable en absoluto por cada beat que agredí. Pero no me arrepiento. He violado mi libreta al placer de mi sentimiento. Y le a todo macizo, el toro por los cuernos mientras de hip hop me atizo. En el juego conciso, el diablo de la L porque usted así lo quiso. 22 años rapeando pues empecé de los 12 y en el...
Alright guys, welcome to episode 2 of the Getting Up with Eli podcast. We got our next artist in the building. Really appreciate you guys for showing up, getting out here to see me. So, first things first guys, tell the people about yourselves. What's your name for starters?
Hormi-Ghetto-Familia, Magic Hormi-Ghetto-Familia, but also known as Hormi-Ghetto-Familia because I run my own shows and I do a lot of videos for people and all that stuff.
Nice. So, how did you get into music?
Me personally, music, I got into it when I was like probably young, like everybody else, 14, 13. It was mostly writing, but serious about music wise, I got 2018.
Okay.
But I've been doing music before that, but not serious, like barely started 2018.
And tell us a little bit about your guest you brought with us.
Well, right here, Hayes.
Give us a little introduction.
So pretty much, Hayes right here. I do a lot of promoting shows, not just Arizona, but I do a lot in Mexico as well. That's where I started, Hormi-Ghetto-Familia. For me starting my movement down there, it got me to meet a lot of people myself. Like I met Hayes. He reached out to me because of my brother-in-law, Chevy. Shout out to Chevy on Instagram and Lexi Coco. They met him before and they told him, I guess you saw my brand, right? You saw my brand, and he was like, they talked the stuff that I'm doing when it comes to community, shows and stuff like that. And he reached out and he was like, hey, I'm doing this 420 event. And I was like, cool, well, let's do it. Like, I'm always about it. I'm community. I like my community. So I'm always helping people out and starting what they want to start themselves. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. I like to support. So that's how I met Hayes through the whole 420 event, my first 420 event, in which I think we both killed it. Shout out to Chris too. Chris for letting us be part of that. We killed it, and we killed it so much that now we're actually planning to do another 420, but it's gonna call the halftime.
It's gonna be the 420 halftime show.
Yeah, so I'm helping them out. I'm helping them out to get that stuff ready, get the right people like Sancho Sweets, Lexi Coco, Chevy on that, and a couple people he knows. Shout out to whoever he has to shout out to. And yeah, man, that's how we work, and we work with hits off the street. So we do a lot of stuff, So that's how we got involved, and we're working since then, since 420, and I'm excited because I always wanted to get involved with the 420 events, and that being my first one, I like the results, and now not just the results with people showing up, because you were there too. That's how I met you there. You know what I mean? And not just people showing up, but just the fact working with the right people. You know what I mean? That's what kept me going, and that's why now me and him are working together. So that's how we connected the whole 420 event and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Pretty much like he reached out, and we worked together, and that's how we started doing, stuff like that. But also we would do shows out of Brick Box Thunder Canyon Brewery. Well, now it's called Brick Box, but before it was known for Thunder Canyon Brewery. Okay. We do shows out there as well. And then we work with people from Phoenix on doing shows. So we, people in Mexico, we work with the radio station down there.
Tapped in all over the place. Huh?
Yeah, so we're out there, man. Our Hormi-Ghetto-Familia is out there. We're known in Mexico with Comunidad Flow. We work with artists down there with videos and all that stuff. We're actually going to be dropping a video on the 20 known in Mexico with Comunidad Flow. We work with artists down there with videos and all that stuff. We're actually going to be dropping a video on the 24th with my boy Diablo de la L and Bizarro Crew. It's called Voces. So it's a Spanish hip hop thing that we recorded down there. So we're not just promote shows, but we also work with artists. We on doing shows, doing videos, and we like.
So you pretty much help promote yourself too. Huh?
Yeah, and then we also like to provide more than just a stage. We like to provide a podcast and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And radio play, because we do have the radio play down in Mexico as well. So we do a lot of cool stuff for the local artists themselves.
That's pretty cool, man. That's awesome.
So yeah, and then we also do things for people like, like Hayes,
the 420
community, to want to work out and do shows, and I'm in it for the ride. Everybody's in it for the ride, but
oh yeah.
We gotta pay
Sounds like a good
we gotta pay our fare. You know what I mean? So yeah, we do it. We do it together.
A lot of hard work behind it, but it sounds like some good vibes, man.
Yeah, but the good thing that that there's a start. Like, you know what I mean, you're starting your thing. You know what I mean. You got this whole thing going on. Maybe like one day it's gonna be big. You know what I mean. You never know. But the good thing that you're working with the right people that support you, and that's family. You know what I mean? Because you got your wife, you got your your sister out here. So it's good. You got the right people and the right team. That's in the right team. That's all that matters, bro. Because I got my wife and I got my wife, got my sister, got my brother-in-law. I got a lot of people who back me up on it. So, you know what I mean? Not just doing it for them. You're doing it for yourself, of course, but because you're doing it with the right people.
Yeah,
Just
big
keep doing
shout
it.
out to my sister Raina. You can't see her right now, but she's been helping me with this thing.
I see that, man. She's moving back and forth, getting everything. Turn off the AC.
Too loud in here, man.
So, yeah, man.
And I appreciate your boy bringing in that good herb. What strain is that again? What strain is that?
Permanent Kush with
Smoking
some,
on some-
Jenny Kush
Some
hash.
permanent kush and
by
some Jenny.
cream of the crop out in Cali.
Smoking on that cream of the crop. Always.
Crazy.
Yeah, I went out there 2 months ago and I picked up some
gotta go to the
pistachio
mic.
runs. I went out there and picked up some pistachio runs by this brand, and it was just phenomenal, man. They cure it properly. They actually flush their stuff out on like a lot of the Arizona brands out here.
Okay.
So like when you're smoking and you get that chemically taste, it's a leftover from the nutrients.
Very nice. Mind
So-
if she takes a puff?
By all
Yeah,
means.
go ahead.
Cameron lady, take a puff.
Yeah, man, I like working with Hayes because even though like last time I was in San Diego, he's like, you got to stop at this dispensary called what was it
Clover.
called? Clover. Yeah, so he's always traveling, going to places to try out different brands and stuff like that, and bringing stuff himself. So he's out there, man. He's representing the 420 community because he's out there trying different brands, even locally. He's always different smoke shops, not smoke shops, but dispensaries trying different brands, local brands too. So
That's
even
awesome.
if you
We gotta do a tasting on the pod one
Oh
of these
yeah,
days.
I do. I do videos, so I'll pick up some product and then I'll do a opening ceremony and I'll go over the terpene profiles, what I smell.
Oh yeah.
And he's also a grower himself,
Stoner
right?
to
You
the
say you're
bone.
growing, yeah.
Yeah. So I actually own Hades Cannabis Apothecary.
That's the one, bro.
So,
All flower seeds.
Right now I'm growing
You
the.
get good genetics, obviously.
I'm growing Moon Bully, Moon Stomper F2, and one that I'm really looking forward to called War Dog.
Okay.
And they're just beautiful right now, man. I got them probably about yay high off the soil. So yeah, they're coming along nicely, man. They'll be ready for 420. It's not just the fact that growing weed is fun, you know. It's therapeutic, you know.
Oh yeah.
That's how
oh,
I feel about music, man. It's all there, you know what I mean? It's all
Yeah.
it's all calm, you
Get-
know.
get-
You're-
get your
it's
hands in
your
the
blood
soil.
and you have that passion for not just cannabis but plants.
It's definitely
It's
in
like-
my blood. My
oh,
mom
yeah.
my mom was the one that actually gave me my love for growing
Oh,
things.
yeah. Just beautiful.
Man, you got that from a good woman, man, because that's a woman's thing. They like to grow stuff.
Right?
My wife got her own garden going on. She, she's raising my daughter right. So I'm like,
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah,
a garden
yeah.
in itself, man.
Yeah.
So
There you
that's
go.
another question too. How is it being a father and juggling your career and stuff, like your
It's-
shows and all that?
it's great because, like I said, I got my wife to support me. I got my mother-in-law to support me. I got my father-in-law to support me. So just the fact that I work like ahead of time, they always support me in a way that they take care of their baby. We go out, you know what I mean, enjoy our shows, and we come back home. You know what I mean? So it's hard because I work. You know what I mean? I'm a full-time parent. Husband, brother, uncle. You know what I mean? Friend.
Life.
So there's a lot of things that I do, and it's just kind of hard. It's just you gotta do day by day. You know what I mean? Live day
Making
by
it
day.
work, bro.
Yeah, make it work. Yeah. Just remember that there's always tomorrow. You know what I mean? And just live life. You know. Like I tell people, I told one of my customers, I told him 1 more day and 1 more day less. And he thought about it. He's like, yeah, it makes sense. Because you got 1 more day to live, but you got 1 more, you know what I mean, less day that you're not going to be here. You know what I'm saying? So he was like,
do it
so
today, man. Because tomorrow's not
yeah,
given.
so just do it today. So you wake up and be like, I'm gonna be a great person. I'm gonna be a great dad. I'm gonna be a great brother. I'm gonna be great. And you're gonna be a great person, man. You're gonna be a great worker. You're gonna be great. You know?
Yeah, that's motivation.
Motivation, yeah. So to me, when I started this stuff, music, I just started as a hobby that I was gonna do this for myself, but then people started reaching out, and I started doing Mexico, and then now that I'm not done with Mexico, because I still do my thing out there, I started here in Tucson. Now I'm like Tucson. I like to do Tucson and do my shows here, so it's like that's my community right there. So I like to work from Tucson, you know. Even though I was doing things out of Mexico, I was here in Tucson, living in Tucson, but doing Mexico, focusing, being a parent, doing everything. So it was fun because now like working with people like himself, you know what I mean. I could show them the ropes, show them the battles. It's up to them to put up with the battles. So I like working now because I went through my struggles and I saw my goods and my bads, and now I want to show people my goods, and that's why I like working with them, you know. So that's how I manage it. I manage it working with the right people and trusting the right people that they're gonna do the right thing also, because at the same time they represent, like I tell them, you represent yourself, but also you represent a family.
Yep.
You know what I mean? A family. So whatever you do, it's gonna reflect us in good, or whatever bad you're gonna do, we're gonna have to look out for you. So we're gonna have to go out of our way. You know what I mean? But we don't mind doing that. But we're always
shouldn't have to.
We don't have to, yeah, because we're grown men and we want to do the right move, the right thing, and that's why whole balancing this whole thing is just working with the right people that they're gonna be like, hey, let me take over. Because when I met him, I was like, bro, I want to do a 420 event. Remember I told you? And I said, I got the right people. He's like, you do? I was like, yeah, this guy. And boom, it came out, right? Yep. So it's because I have responsibilities,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Everything fell into place beautifully, man.
Yeah.
You were at the event.
You were there. Yeah. That's where I met you, yeah. You were there, yeah.
That's where I met you, tapped in with you.
That was my first time ever actually performing there, too. My first Santos, you know what I mean? Yep. So it was good. So like I said, you just working out. I mean, you as a person, you could manage it, you could balance it, but back to square one, it's working with the right people and having the right people, like your sister back there, your wife, she always taking care of the dog, you know what I mean? It's just working with the right people, bro. True. You know, because you depend on them and they depend on you. At the end of the day, your face represents them, so do the right thing, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. So,
hell yeah.
That's how you balance it.
I think we're going to wrap it up.
Make some shout outs, you know what I mean? People I work with, like Hits Off the Streets, Bar Talk TV, Comunidad Flow, Lexi Coco, Chevy. Chevy. You know, Chevy, Hayes Cannabis. I got a coach, cannabis culture as well. Shout out to Sancho Sweets, because we'll be working with them as well on 420 events. Yep. Who else is there? I mean, there's a lot of names, man. We have a big family. You know what I mean? We got a big family. Tucson. You know, in Mexico, I got artists like my boy Vago de la Cuadra, Diablo de la L, which we're going to be releasing a video soon. Shout out to Playa for Life, that's my boy. He just came over yesterday to talk music. Yeah, man, there's a lot of names. You got any names you want to make shout out before we forget?
Drip to my lube.
Drip to my lube, yeah. Shout out to Drip.
Can't forget about Drip.
Yeah, can't forget about Drip.
Other than that, I'd like to thank my girlfriend, you know, because
my wife.
Her over the last couple months. I want to be where I'm at right now, man. So
yeah, my wife, my
Shout
daughters.
Out to my wife, Alba.
My daughter, if you see this in the future, because she's 4 years old, Daddy loves you, and I was gonna try to go pick you up right now from school. Yeah, man. But yeah,
much love, dude. I really appreciate you. We gotta have a little round 2 one of these days.
Hell yeah.
Tap in again. Hell yeah.
Y nunca se detiene, está en la sangre, está en el ADN, es otra era y otro movimiento. La misma tinta y el mismo pensamiento, diablo tan violable al placer de sentimiento. Y es que mi vida sin rap es un escarmiento. Yo con la Mari me relajo, estoy crazy en aumento y de la nube nunca me bajo. Voy a jugar, reír, soñar y escribir notas. Voy a vagar, amar, remar porque la vida es corta. Y trucha con TNT. que viene preparado. Watchen, aquí está su flota.